Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is weekly show number 44, I think. If not, then we're getting close to it. So today we're going to be talking about, of course, the usual stuff, scores from sports, and, So, let's start off with our NHL playoff series review since round 1 is over. The Columbus-Tampa Bay series. Tampa Bay won that series 4-1. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year Columbus swept Tampa Bay, so they must have learned a lesson from that or something like that then. And then now Carolina and Boston. Boston won 4-1. Honestly, I'm not that surprised by it. I kind of figured it was happening because last year in the Eastern Conference Finals, Boston swept Carolina. So I thought they were going to do the same in this series, but Carolina ended up winning a game. So yeah. Alright, this next series, honestly, I can say if I did watch any of this series, I don't remember it. But Arizona versus Colorado, this is a series that I watched the least, if not, didn't even watch it at all. But Colorado won 4-1. Montreal, Philadelphia. Philadelphia won the series 4-2. Now, I thought that Montreal would win a game. I thought, in my head, I had that feeling, but not, I didn't have them winning 2 games at all, to be completely honest with you. And I don't know if it was just me, but some of those games were close games, too. Like, there was a 1-0 and a 2-1 thing, something like that. Vancouver, St. Louis. Vancouver came out and won this series 4-2. This took me by surprise, honestly, because I thought St. Louis was better than that, but I guess not, because they lost the series. But, so next series, the Islanders Capitals series. This one shocked me, to be completely honest with you. The Islanders won 4-1. I thought, honestly, this would go 7, to be completely honest with you. But it only went 5, so yeah. Dallas, Calgary. Dallas won the series 4-2. I didn't watch very much of this series either, so yeah. And then Chicago, Vegas. Vegas won 4-1. Honestly, I thought that Vegas would do what Nashville did 3 years ago and sweep them, but that didn't happen. Well, I mean, in my mind, I kind of figured that Chicago would win a game. So my prediction was kind of correct there. Now, round 2 started last night with Dallas and Colorado. Dallas won 5-3. Of course, Colorado's goaltender, Philip Grubauer, got injured. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find what his injury was, but anyway, Dallas, Colorado. Honestly, I'm going to see not much of the series, mainly because I start school on Tuesday. Today is Sunday, so this series and the Vancouver-Vegas series I'm going to see very little of, because I'm not going to be up late watching playoff hockey. I know most of my friends at school think that I stay up late to watch that kind of playoffs, but I just don't really, to be honest with you. Unless they play on weekends, like on Friday and Saturday nights where I don't have to go to bed early, then yeah, I'll obviously watch the series. But Dallas, Colorado, Dallas won 5-3. Of course, Colorado's goaltender got injured, Philip Grubauer. Honestly, if it wasn't for his injury, I think Colorado could have won that game, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, Boston, Tampa Bay. This is the series I'm going to be looking forward to. Game 1 is tonight at 7 o'clock, my time. It's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern, and then, time zones. I wish time zones didn't exist, because, it could be, okay, forget it. That's for a whole nother video. The Islanders, Philadelphia, I'm going to be seeing a lot of this series, too. This one's kind of a tough one because Well, for me at least. I don't know about other people, but honestly, I didn't predict that both of these teams. Well, I kind of figured Philadelphia would. I didn't think the Islanders would, since they were playing a powerhouse in Washington. But Washington ain't no powerhouse anymore. So I don't know about this series, to be completely honest with you. So Vancouver and Vegas, I'm gonna see a lot less of this series, maybe a game total. Sorry about that. I filmed a video last night, the season finale of The Ronnie Show, so yeah. And so yeah, Vancouver and Vegas. Honestly, I think Vegas will get through. I don't see Vancouver going through to round 3. That'd be pretty nice though, because they made it to the Cup Finals in 2011, so that'd be pretty cool if they can maintain that success. Headlines in the NHL. Now, I did this like 8 months ago, where I picked like 3 of my highlight headlines and then put them in here. This time I only have 2. There was one that I thought about putting in, but then I thought, no, it's already all over, so. But this is news like today. Like this first headline, Washington fired their coach, Todd Reirden. I think that's how you pronounce it. I really have no idea. Some names are so hard to pronounce that, yeah. So this, like, I'm surprised, but, like, also not surprised at the same time. So, yeah. And then, I already touched on this subject. Colorado's goalie, Philip Grubauer, got injured. Former Washington Capital, by the way. All right, NBA scores. Yesterday, Milwaukee beat Orlando. Milwaukee beat Orlando 121-107. And then Miami beat Indiana 124-115. Sorry, it's so dark. Like, that light won't work, so that's why. And, like, my shadow is, like, dead straight with the paper, so. I believe Miami is up 3-0, so if they win the next game, Game 4, then they sweep the Pacers. Oklahoma City beat Houston 119-107 in overtime. And then the Lakers beat Portland 116-108. As most of you may know, if you've watched my channel, or for at least maybe 2 years, you'll know that my cousin is a Lakers fan. So, yeah. And then today's games, Boston is at Philadelphia. Now, I believe Boston is... I know that the series is 3-0. I can't remember if it was Boston who was leading or Philadelphia who was leading. Honestly, I think this game is over as I'm filming this. So, yeah, because it's about 3 o'clock right now as I'm filming this. So, yeah, and I'm literally uploading this right after I get done filming it. So, yeah. Then the Clippers and the... Don't worry, I'm sorry about that, guys. My board's just not cooperating with me right now. Oh, well, that's why, because the thing isn't... Sorry about that, everyone. But, yeah, Clippers in Dallas, that's going on right now. Toronto at Brooklyn, that's at 5:30. And then Denver and Utah at 8 o'clock. Oh, by the way, these times that I'm giving you, these are Central Time, since I live in the Central Time Zone. So, yeah. I got a lot of questions about that. But we flipped the page over to MLB. Yesterday, Pittsburgh beat Milwaukee 12-5. And then there was a doubleheader yesterday between Washington and Miami. Washington beat Miami by a score of 5-4. For some reason, that game went 7 innings, and so did their second doubleheader game. Wonder what that was all about. But the Angels beat Oakland 4-3. Tampa Bay beat Toronto 2-1 in 10 innings. KC Kansas City beat Minnesota 2-1. Ow, that actually made my head hurt, actually. Philadelphia. Atlanta beat Philadelphia 6-5. Cleveland beat Detroit 6-1. Baltimore beat Boston 5-4 in 10 innings. And then Miami beat Washington 5-3. That was in 7 innings, too. Then the Battle of Chicago. The White Sox beat the Cubs 7-4. I don't know what that was all about, but anyway, St. Louis beat Cincinnati 3-0. The Dodgers beat the Rockies 4-3. San Diego beat Houston 13-2. Seattle beat Texas 10-1. And then San Francisco beat Arizona 5-1. Now, next time you're going to see a weekly show, it won't be for 2 weeks, which is when the NHL second round's over. Because, I do one after the end of the NHL second round. So, yeah. So, I hope you guys could join me for that. That's going to be, like I said, in about 2 weeks or more. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow for the season finale of The Ronnie Show. Goodbye, everyone.